What are you saying, people? This is Jordan Adetunji and you're watching Hip Hop Guru.
My name is Alex. This is another episode of the Sit Down on the Hip Hop Guru. And today we have a very special guest in the building. Jordan Adetunji, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Living the life, man. How is it being in Toronto?
It's good. It's good. It's cold. Reminds me of London quite a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like London mixed with like New York in a way. That's how I see it, low key.
We're like New York, but we're a little bit nicer, you know?
Yeah, way nicer.
Yeah. So I want to say congrats on the tour.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
How was the European part of it?
It was good. It was fun. It was exciting, especially because that's like my first tour, and especially performing like these new songs. So it's like it's crazy, like everyone's singing every word and stuff like that to the songs that have only been out like a month.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Quick come up from going from making songs in your bedroom to now headlining tours, bro. How does it feel?
It's crazy. It's a crazy situation, but yeah, it's a blessing every way, every step of the way. You know, I just keep it going, and don't get distracted really.
Good head on your shoulders. That's good.
For sure.
What was the craziest part of the European tour?
Me trying to learn Dutch in Amsterdam. Yeah, that was kind of funny. My London show was crazy. That was really exciting. That was lit. It's just been exciting, the whole thing. I'm ready to start like the US and part of it. It's gonna be exciting.
Do you remember any Dutch?
Nah.
No.
That's the crazy thing. I don't remember one word.
Next time, you know.
Next time I gotta get it, man.
So you grew up in London?
So I lived in London till I was 10 years old. Then I moved to Northern Ireland.
Belfast,
yeah. Yeah.
How was that?
That was interesting, man. Mad interesting. Very different, a unique place to live. But I think it made me more creative because it gave me like different influences and stuff, and made me more open-minded to different types of music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what was like the best memory of growing up over there?
The best memory of growing up in Belfast was probably, I remember Obama came one time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I got to see him. It was like a school trip, but I got to see like Obama live, like speaking. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty dope. But just in general, like living in Belfast is exciting, and I felt like I just learned a lot. Football culture is massive over there as well, like playing football and stuff like that. So yeah, I felt like I learned a lot being over there.
I saw recently you did the photo shoot with the team as well for the kit.
Yeah, that was for the launch. For the Euros kit. That was really exciting, man. I did that couple months ago, but yeah, that was I couldn't turn that down.
Like a full circle moment doing that?
Yeah, it was a full circle moment. Yeah, 100%.
That's pretty sweet. So you have a lot of your influence comes from like games as well, because that's where you heard a lot of like different kind of music.
Yeah. So like a lot of the games that I played at the start was like Need for Speed, like Need for Speed Underground 2. Like I listened to a lot of the games in there. A lot of like anime games like Naruto and stuff like the soundtracks, because that was my only like consumption of music at the time, other than like what I would see on the TV. But I would take a liking to the songs, but most of them were like alternative songs. So they were just like Static X and stuff like that, like rock bands, and that's kind of what I first started listening to before I started getting into more like hip hop, like Busta Rhymes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I know you were in an alt rock group with your friends called The Fuse, right?
Yeah, The Fuse. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in that in that was like secondary school. That's crazy. Yeah, for like GCSEs.
You guys did covers and stuff like that?
Yeah, we did like covers of like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. That's what we were playing, and then we used to play them in like assemblies in school and stuff. Yeah, that's crazy that you know that. Yeah.
Well, what was that like? Because you guys only did that for a couple of years. You were like 14, 15.
Yeah, I was like 14. I was like playing the drums. That's crazy. Yeah. Don't even know how you know that. It's funny.
Got to come correct and do the research.
That's funny.
So you played a lot of trumpet in school too, and I know your mom gave you a computer, and that's where you started to learn Logic as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. No, I played the trumpet from school. I was doing like grades in it, learning a lot of scales in the trumpet. Then after that, my mom got me a computer if I like passed my GCSEs. I still have the same iMac, like it's
awesome.
like from like 2017. That's where I recorded like most of my songs today. Like I still use the same thing. It's probably dying, and I probably need to back it up. But yeah, I've still got the same one.
You gotta frame that, put it on the wall.
Yeah, literally. That's if it doesn't explode.
Yeah, remove the battery or something.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get into some fun facts about you.
Yeah.
So you started listening to music on a green iPod Touch.
Yeah, iPod Nano.
Yeah.
Remember, like it's yesterday, because I remember you had the the mini screens on it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I used to like just go through it, and like I had a family friend, and he used to like upload all his music onto there. So then he uploaded like mixtapes. I got like Tiger's like first mixtapes, like Drake, like So Far So Gone. I had like early Drake and stuff like that. So those are the things that I was like listening to at the start, like early Weekend, because that's what he was listening to at the time, and like J. Cole, like, so I was listening to a lot of music like that, Eminem, like, yeah, early days.
That's awesome. I remember with those iPods, it was so cool that you could see like a music video on the screen.
Yeah, for a long time actually, when I was in school, I didn't have a phone, so then I had an iPod Touch. That's when I upgraded, and I only used that in school. So I used to connect to like the Wi-Fi, and I just used to watch. I used to download music videos and just watch the videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have loads. I would have like Live For by The Weekend. Like I would just watch that on repeat like so many times when I was in like in class and stuff like that. So I was listening to a lot of like the early Weekend and stuff like on my iPod Touch.
That's great. You use that as a lot for your influence now as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big time.
All right, and then you said once you also saw an alien or a UFO.
I said that?
Yeah.
I think I have one time, and I felt like I definitely saw a UFO. I'm sure it was.
Were you shocked a little bit? You were like, wait a second.
I thought they were coming to get me.
Yeah?
Yeah, send me back home, innit?
That's crazy. And Michael Jackson's a huge influence to you.
Yeah.
And I could hear a lot on Dirty Diana as well.
Yeah, 100%. That's just me, like, doing that in my own world, especially with like the visuals and my fashion sense. Like I was very inspired by Michael. I just like the way he could go through so many different sounds. He didn't really have a genre, because like when you think of Michael Jackson, you don't just think of one genre. You think of him as a person and the artistry behind him, and that's one thing that I love about Michael, and I always wanted to emulate that in a newer way, 2025 way kind of thing.
You have a favorite song?
For Michael?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Butterflies. It's on a album called Invincible.
Yeah. Man, his story is so incredible, you know? Starting from such a young age, too, and, like, keeping fame for that long as well.
It's insane.
I don't think anybody will ever, like, redo anything like that.
It's not
Maybe
possible.
you, though. You know, you'll break the curve.
We'll see.
So, you've built a lane that's, like, uniquely yours, you know?
Yeah.
What is, like, the biggest creative risk that you had to take on this journey so far?
Showing how diverse I was so early. That doesn't always work sometimes. Some people get confused by it. I felt like I didn't really listen to what people have to say either. I've been through, like, I was signed very early, like when I was younger. Well, no, not very early, but I got signed when I was like 22, 21. Last year, then I got dropped by the label and released a song 2 months after. It's one of the biggest songs out of 2024.
It's incredible how life works. I don't know that fast of a bounce back.
Exactly, but it's just I knew, like, that's the thing. I was always confident in my own ability, because I never let anything get to me, like comments and stuff like that, because I know my own destination. So it's the consistency of that and just finding new ways to promote my music, and it clicked. Absolutely. You know what I mean? It's not an overnight thing. This was 10 years of like constantly building.
So during that time when you said you got dropped, what kept you going? Because a lot of people would like kind of hit a slump, you know?
Oh, because I was doing it by myself anyways. Mm-hmm. That's what people always get so confused about in the industry. So it's like, oh, the label's doing this and like it's making people blow up, and this, like, it's not really that possible. Like, people have to like the artist. You know what I mean? It's like, these are real people. I always say this. I think like people get so like misconstrued about like the internet and TikTok, and it's like no one's forcing people to like this music. They're downloading it, playing it. You're not forcing DJs to play the music. They like the music that they're playing. We live in a different world now. This isn't 2004. We're in 2025 where anyone can just upload something and blow up. It's just like, it's a completely different world. So when people make comments and stuff, I'm just laughing. I'm just like, bro, like, you're bed rotting in your bed, just typing rubbish on the internet.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Because you have your song Kehlani, obviously, that blew up, and I want to talk to you in that in a bit.
Yeah.
But it's like the amount that you're actually like pushing it, and you know, you weren't like just putting it out. A lot of people put music out there, and then they just like kind of give up, you know, and then just like, all right, it's out, you know, I'm gonna let it do its thing. Yeah. But you were constantly pushing.
I'll constantly push it because it's like, yeah, I made this, and I take pride in what I've made. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how I think. Like, I always say I'm self-glazing. Yeah. I self-glaze happily. Hey, I don't care.
You got to be the first one to support yourself, and then other people will follow.
Exactly. If people like it, they like it. Like, people, like, I feel like people always bounce off your energy. Like, if you have energy that your thing is the best in the world, some people will agree. Mm-hmm. You just keep it that way.
What's been like the biggest lesson so far that shocked you?
Just how like bigger artists are just real humans. So, like it's just the difference of like when I meet like bigger artists and stuff like that, and like artists that are like been in the game for a long time, I can tell the real ones from the fake really quickly. It's like some people put on a facade, but it's like the ones that are hated the most, they're like the realest people.
Absolutely.
Because they're just doing what every normal other person would do, and we sometimes people hate the reflection of reality and they hate on themselves, and they project that hate onto that person. But I'm like, this person's like the most normal person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
It's like all the others that are facade, you guys love them so much because they're painting a pretty image.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in that. So yeah.
You know, it's because real is rare always, you know,
Yeah.
of course. But it's like, I feel like normal people forget, not normal people, but like the everyday person forgets that a celebrity is just a normal human being.
Real
you know,
talk,
that
yeah.
just was able to get a little bit more fame, but then you just learn to like, you know, deal with an everyday lifestyle. And
100%. I feel like that's something that I've definitely realized, being in the industry and stuff like that. But like for me, it's always music first. At the end of the day, whatever I put out, I don't need to say anything to anybody. I don't really need to. If it's not the vibe, I don't need to talk to nobody. It's just like just releasing and just let the music do the talking at the end of the day.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we get into the next part, I know you're from London, but you once said that you've only had tea twice.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah, I had tea once on like this show I went on, which is like a tea podcast. Yeah, that was the first time I ever had tea. Because
Yeah.
I think it's because when I was younger, my mom always used to make me make her tea every day.
Oh, so
and I
you're
just
like thrown
never-
off by it?
I don't know. I just never took a sip of it. I just had that discipline. So I was like, I always knew to never to take a sip of it. But I think in long time, I just ended up not drinking it.
You just
ever.
don't drink caffeine at all?
Nah,
That's good.
I never drink coffee even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like rare. You're like one of the 1% in the world that doesn't need caffeine.
Don't know
to
why,
survive.
man. Don't know why. Yeah, I like sodas though. Yeah,
So you know, it's pretty good. It's good stuff.
trust me, it is. Yeah.
So you once said I try to manipulate my voice to match certain sound frequencies whenever I'm making a song.
Yeah.
Tell us about like your approach to how you create music.
Well, for me, I always start with melodies and like frequency. So I say like sound frequency is the main thing around a lot of music. It's like how it feels and what tone and pitch does it sound right at, and does it feel good at, or speed. Like that's how I play with music. It's very like a equation for me. That's how I like music. It's like you're playing with people's emotions. Like sound in general is just like a thing. It can make you feel something. You could hear something that sounds so sad and you feel horrible for a couple minutes, or you could hear something that makes like you really happy and you feel great. And that's what I feel like music is. It's like sound frequency and like touching people in different ways. That's why I always start with melody before I put lyrics to it, because I feel like the melody makes you feel something straight away.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Love
That's
you
what
said
we
that
like
too.
listen to.
Yeah. I feel like people forget that rap is an acronym for rhythm and poetry as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And you have a background in poetry a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Mhm.
I used to write poems, especially in English class. That's one thing that I definitely used to delve into. I just like the form of writing and being able to tell a story in that way.
I feel like also there's such a disconnect with certain music now, because it's like the whole concept of like sharing your life story into a song is more so kind of to get a summer hit kind of thing, you know?
100%, yeah.
So all right, now let's get into your Kehlani song.
Yeah,
So you wanted to make a song about somebody that was bad,
yeah.
and then you posted it. You first put it on Instagram. You mentioned at Kehlani.
I love you, yeah. I tagged her and she liked it and I was like, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Because then that was the first kind of small acknowledgement, but I was like, that's not enough. So then I went to TikTok and I just kept posting it every single second.
Mhm.
I didn't stop until she did a video to it, and then she did a video. It just went crazy.
Yeah, because like we were saying before, your consistency to like maintain that
Yeah.
posting. You posted it so many times.
Yeah.
And it
Posted
was
so
like
many times.
it was literally the most perfect situation in the world, because then she showed so much love and respect, and you guys hopped on a FaceTime and all that, and she sent you a verse.
Yeah. And it was honestly a blessing to, that she took it well, because obviously she's not into dudes. So it's like, I'm glad she took that well and seen it for what it is. And she showed me so much love and support for that. So it's like, yeah, it's all love and respect. Shout out to her for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's truly remarkable and so motivational to see a song that was created in your bedroom and then you were Grammy nominated.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that still shocks me till today.
And then meeting her, you know, how is it like, you know, because it's easy to dwell or like kind of take in the moment, but how is it like seeing it progress over time?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm still getting used to it, I think. Just like how the song like kind of took off, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and then like a dance got created out of it. It's like it kind of took a life of its own. And with those things, it's like nothing you can do. It's a blessing, and it could be a curse sometimes, but I love it. I love this game, and I can't. It's like a moment in culture, like, especially with like songs like that. So I'm always happy to have a song that is a moment of and time in culture of like hip hop, R&B, and stuff like that, and drill for people to listen to and remember back onto that. You know, that's what music's about. So it's just like just keep going and just keep making great music.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. How was it once you saw it hit like over 100 million streams?
I was like, what? Because I didn't think it was going to get that. I thought maybe like 10, 20. But then when it started hitting 50, I was like, yeah, this is crazy. It started doing like 2 to 3 million a day. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, it was crazy. And then the video, like I shot that video in like a week, like real quick. Like as soon as the video started taking off, I shot my first video, then did the remix with Kehlani, then shot the video in LA, like the second video. So it's just fire.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because like I want to get into the mixtape Jaguar's Dream as well.
Yeah.
And it's like stepping into your world, and it's really a story of like your true emotions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like explain the concept and how it reflects your personal journey.
Well, a Jaguar is someone that maneuvers through different spaces and can like conquer any space that he steps into. So I felt like that was representing kind of what I was doing just at that time sound wise. And it was great for like, I think it was a great entry. So it's just like, I didn't get to tell my full story yet. And I feel like I'll definitely do that in the album. I feel like that was just an entry of different sounds and a cohesive sound where people can relate. Okay, but like, oh, okay, this is kind of the vibe that Jordan's doing. So not everything's scattered all over the place. I thought that was important just to put that out and give that. So that was important for me. And I put some songs, like 2 songs that I made like a week after Kehlani, like Dirty Diana and Options. I made them like a few weeks after Kehlani because I was still making that type of sound, that vibe. And like I had a song Zach and Cody I didn't put on there, but those were like all before Kehlani. And then like a lot of dope artists had reached out to me during that time. So I was just like, why not like get them on? There's like Lil Baby. He was the first one to like hit me up, like kind of like during that song taking off.
You guys met in London?
Yeah, I met him in London. Like that's what I'm saying. People think these things are just like some random thing. Like he literally hit me up. He sent me like stars, and he's like, "You're killing it."
That's awesome.
Then I was in London, and then I seen him, but he was with like loads of people. Like we were at a party. It was like Travis Scott was doing a party in Coco, and I seen him outside. But I was just looking at him because I knew he'd messaged me, but I didn't really say anything. I was maybe a bit shy to just go up to him, look crazy. But he left the people he was with. He came up to me. He was like, "Bro, you're killing it."
Oh, that's
like,
super respectful.
Let's cook up. You know what I mean? I was like, that's crazy. Like, you know, he's showing mad love. So I was like, yeah, I have to get him on the song. So I had sent him the song. He was dope. He did like 2 verses, like 2 different verses. Like, pick which one you like.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's just like, this is Wham. This is, you know. I thought that was crazy. So I thought, I got to drop this. You know, he's a real person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a real guy. And he just genuinely loves the music, and he supported me through that process. So yeah, that's why he's on there. The Dirty Diana I made in Paris like a week after Kehlani.
Amazing.
So it was just like, I'll put those 2 there. And then the others is with time, and it just shows a bit more of my sound, like 305.
Bro, that's my favorite song.
Thank you, bro.
Right now. I played that, so probably all the streams are me.
You're a legend, bro. Nah, I appreciate that. Yeah, like 305, I made that. I made that in London. I was connected with Bryson, managed to get in touch with Bryson's team. But the funny thing is, Bryson didn't actually do the verse until like I came and linked him in Miami.
Yeah.
Like he met me first before he did anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because then the connection is way more like sincere. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like showing me video games, like the video game he's creating and stuff like that. I was like, this is crazy. And he showed me mad love, and he's like, I'm gonna do the verse. And then he, a couple of days later, I got the verse. I was like, this is crazy. Sounds crazy. But awesome. I had actually had that song ready before. Like I'd shot a video for it and everything.
I saw it, and you had to change it.
Yeah, I had to scrap the whole thing because I was like, this is Bryson Tiller. I got to add him into this song. So yeah.
How was the game? Because I saw on his tour too. It was like super. The whole team was the game thing.
Yeah, the industry game. Yeah, it looks fire. It's looking. Yeah, it's looking dope. I'm excited for him to release that. That's gonna be a sick moment for him. He's a dope guy too.
One thing I love about your mixtape is that every single song is a hit.
Come on, bro.
Like you just play it through, and a lot of them there's filler out like songs and stuff. But yours, you did not play.
Yeah, I didn't play, man. That's what I was saying. Like I had an interlude in there, which was bitter and stuff like that. Like just different sort of like vibes of what I can do. That's why I'm excited to release the next music, because it's just like it shows steps up, but it's like I've kind of planned it that way. I kind of wanted just to give a small intro, because a lot of people, let's be honest, like I feel like I know I've been making music for a long time. My core fans know I've been making music for a long time. They know what I can do, and they know some songs that I have, but I felt like I had to ease the new crowd into it. So it's like a lot of the stuff on the mixtape I'm happy with, but I feel like the next one, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this is so much better. But it's like, I kind of knew it's gonna sound like that to you, because like a lot of people, it's this new music. Like they haven't really heard of me before. They just know Kehlani. They know the Kehlani song. So it's like, that's the thing that I've having to match to. But one thing that I do, and I say this to any artist that like gets a song that does really well, like don't ever chase the same song. It's not gonna. There's no point in doing that. It's so pointless, because I don't listen to what people say as well, because I feel like everybody's gonna want you. Because something's getting so successful, people try to hold you to that. You're not always gonna get a bigger song than the biggest one that you got. Yeah. You got to make the people love you. You got to make great music, and that's what it's about. It's about making great music and building that culture, fan base, and making people just genuinely love the music, love the catalog. That's what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm kind of like working backwards. I'm giving people the music. I'm not focusing on the numbers so crazy. If it goes, it goes. And that's how I've always done music. If it goes, it goes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's
everything in due time.
Due time. Everything's timing.
What do you have planned next?
The next thing I have planned, I'm working on a second mixtape. I'm going to definitely release some music probably before that. But that's my plan for now. It's just get out more music as much as possible. Let people see the sound, feel the sound. And definitely, I want to hop on some more songs as well. So like hop on features as well, as not just people on my song. But I think the next stuff will definitely be like solo from me.
Absolutely, sure. Love that. So if you were to go back, obviously it's still new, but if you were to go back and give your younger self advice, what would it be?
You're doing the right thing. Just keep going. Consistency. Yeah.
Because a lot of the time we overthink a lot. We think it's the right way, and then we get stuck, and then there's this huge ditch that we get ourselves into.
100%. Yeah. We get stuck, but you just have to keep going. Honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when people listen to Jordan Adetunji, what do you want them to experience?
I want them to see into my world, sound wise. I feel like, especially with the new mixtape, they'll hear a lot about me, myself, and understand the lifestyle that I'm living now and what I've come from. So I feel like I'm excited to get more in depth in that. I'm still making it. I feel like I want them to feel an experience and feel like they are me. I treat everything like it's a game world, so I want them to feel like they're a main character. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what's something that people would know about you?
I don't know, I think I said everything about me at this point. I don't even know, I used to play football when I was younger, I guess. That's something that people don't know. I was playing a lot of football. I was big into football when I was a kid. That's about it.
You gave it up so other people could have a chance.
Yeah, I had to give it up, man. So Messi and Ronaldo and them,
Yeah, so man, You're so humble, bro.
I know. I had to give everybody a chance,
it was the same thing with me with basketball.
Bro, I hear it.
Except I wasn't that good, but I thought I was.
I hear it.
Yeah, bro. I could talk to you for hours, but I wanted to let you go, and I appreciate your time, and I'm really excited to see this show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming, and it's gonna be lit. Sure.
And that's another episode of The Sit Down. Thank you. God bless. Drink your water.
Yeah, drink water, for real.